fresh 70, folks. Let's see what we can do with this. For all my coffee drinkers, this Keurig works pretty good, but sometimes you gotta have the truck running when you use it. Sometimes it draws too much power. But other than that, it gets the job done. What's up, drivers? Up here in Wilton. I got the right one. Wilton, Iowa. About to pick up some metal. Just coming off a 34-hour reset, 800-mile run. Depending on how fast I get up out of here today, we're gonna try to knock most of that out. Let's go check in. Whenever you pull up somewhere, see everybody else wearing hard hats, let's go ahead and put yours on too. Woo! Y'all see your boy? Got the chin strap on. When you go to orientation, they're gonna ask you if you want the damn chin strap. Well, they ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna give it to you. And they're gonna tell you, keep it on your hat, cause you never know when you're gonna need it. Just like them knee pads. You never know when you're gonna need it. Top flight security at this place I'm at now. Top flight security. They ain't playing no games. No cell phone usage inside the plant. So you ain't gonna see no footage. Matter of fact, after this right here, that's gonna be all you gonna see of me until I let's back this thing on up. Get my trailer straight. Thing on in there. Your boy done became a pro at backing up. Your boy became a pro. Yeah, there we go. Get that thing on in there. I don't know how far I need to go before I gotta stop. And since they say don't get out the truck, warning to all truck driver. I can't read that damn sign backwards. I need to get out and look, but matter of fact, I'm gonna open the door. That's what I do. Open the door. I can't see inside the damn building. So I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to back up if I can't see inside the building. Matter of fact, take your sunglasses off. See if that'll help. You know what? I'm gonna stay right here until somebody come get me, cause I can't see. I can't see. I can't. I can't see in there, man. It's dark.
Nah, you're pretty straight. Just go straight back.
Yeah, I don't want to hit nothing.
There's bumpers there, so
Oh, okay.
don't hit it too hard, though.
Yeah. All right. Y'all heard what the man told me. He said, just go straight back till you feel the bump. I said, all right now. I can't hit nothing. There it go. There it go. How many of y'all ever had to deal with that? Hey, get out and look. Get out and scout. If you hit something while you backing up, no matter what anybody tells you, that's your fault, man. Do the right thing. Now let me wait on these people to come get me. About to get up out this bitch, people. Just got, well, I've been loaded for a while. Just got finished tarping. Guess what? One tarp. One black tarp turned the long way. It took me longer to put the straps on than it did the tarp. Goddamn wind kicking my ass. Yeah, that wind kicking my ass. Twisting up my damn straps. It's about an 800-mile run. I got 427 till I get to my fuel solution. So we're gonna see how far we're gonna get today. We're gonna see how far we're gonna get today. Come on, motherfucker. Wiley. I see a lot of those Wiley flatbeds. Every time I go somewhere, I usually see a lot of Wileys. I actually met a guy from Wiley, two guys. I was talking to him. One of the guys used to work for Melton. They said Wiley pays better. That's what he told me. But, you know, Melton, it is what it is. Gotta do what I gotta do for myself. You gotta have 1 year experience to go to Wiley. I looked it up. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do this thing, people. Check in later. What's up, folks? Sitting up here in Harrisburg, PA. Got a load of flat steel, load I just picked up. My appointment time was originally at 8 o'clock. My dispatcher sent me a message yesterday, said he didn't tell me they changed it. He was like, basically, your delivery time is 7 o'clock. If you're gonna be late, send a macro or whatever. I messaged him back. Well, the load time is actually at 8 o'clock. So I didn't understand why he was telling me 7 o'clock. So I was like, all right, whatever. Anyway, no matter what time it was gonna be, I was here last night. I stayed the night here, so no matter what, I knew I was gonna be here already. So it is 7:59 right now. 7 o'clock, since he told me it changed, I went in there to the office. Nobody to be found. I was standing there ringing a bell. This other guy came and he was like, I assumed that he worked there. And I was like, this the right place? He was like, good luck with that, brother. I've been waiting 2 hours. So I guess he was another trucker. I was like, damn. It ain't that damn serious. Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, hey, don't let this job stress you out, man. My original appointment time was at 8 o'clock. So I want too pressed when he was talking about make sure you're there at 7. I was like, okay. 7 o'clock, yeah, I didn't even hardly see no cars in this parking lot. So after I smoke this cigarette, I'm gonna go back in there and check it out, man, see what's up. Earlier in the video, I was telling y'all when I was at the picking up this load, actually, when I was telling y'all about that to get out and look. Yeah, man, don't never assume that you in the clear when you backing up. If you can't see it, if you can't see what's behind you, man, don't risk it. Yeah, man, you gonna deal with that a lot as a flatbedder, backing into buildings, backing inside buildings. My very first load with this company, actually, I had to back into a building, and I had a truck on my left side, and I could see on my left mirror, I could see in that one, there's a truck on my right side, but the mirror had the sunlight shining on it, like the sunlight directly shining on the mirror. So I couldn't see nothing. So I had to get out and look, and there was another trucker over there, and when he saw me walk around the corner, he started talking to me, and he was like, yeah, man, that sun coming from that right side. He was like, yeah, I had the same problem. You can't see on that right side. So what he did, he stood in front of my truck, like down here, and helped me out a little bit. Yeah, but where I just picked this load up at, they didn't want you to get out the truck. So, you know, I was backing up. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see inside the building because the building was dark. Maybe it'd help if they had some better lights inside the building. Then I could see. Yeah, man, because it could have been a forklift sitting there inside that building. It could have been a maintenance man working with a ladder, might be fixing a light bulb, or could have been people walking by that worked there, you know. It could have been anything back there. So don't assume that, you know, you always got it. If you can't see it, you can't see it. Get out and look. Gold. Melton, since they like to be different. I was watching the little videos on the Qualcomm one day. They got these videos that you can watch, you know. I ain't have nothing to do. You know, I had one video kept popping up, giving me a notification. I finally looked at it. It was about backing up. And Melton, on that video, they were saying get out and scout. So yeah, I guess you know, they want to be different. Get out and scout. Everybody else riding down the road, I look at other trucks, I see on their mirror say go, you know. I seen one guy had it painted on the side of the trailer, said go, you know, where he could see it in his mirror. Yeah, man, get out and fucking look. Excuse my language, just joking right there. I just seen this little Chevy pull up. .803. Yeah, this little Chevrolet truck just pulled up. And he pulled up by the office, so I'm assuming he works there. So whenever he gets out, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in there. Yeah, man, I'm definitely ready to find out where I'm gonna drop this load at. Because all this time I've been sitting here, I could have took my tarp off as much time as I've had, but I'm not gonna take it off until I get checked in, and these people, you know, I verify with them that, you know, it was tarped. I mean, if I take it off right now, who's to say they're gonna believe me? Like, they come out, look, oh, this load wasn't tarped, and I'm like, yeah, it was tarped, but I'm gonna wait. I don't want those problems. That guy still ain't got out. Yeah, I want to be out of here early, man. I want to be out of here early so I can get me another load. This load I got right here, it was only 1,000 miles. So that's all I got for the week, 1,000 miles. I sat Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday I was sitting. So yeah, I definitely need to get me like a 2,000 mile run, something like that. I definitely need to get that. It would be nice. I'm gonna have a fucked up check. All right, check back in a minute. Let's get this thing on up in here, people. Yeah, so apparently I had to move my truck. I'm swinging wide. Hope this car don't try to shoot right by me. Where you at, minivan? There you go. There you go. Yeah, I had to move my truck a little bit further down. And let me tell y'all something. Anytime you have any doubts about if you're in the right place or not, y'all see what I see? What's that right there? Another big old blue. And let me turn around. When I swing wide, you're gonna see it real good. Here you go. Melton truck lines. I always know you're in the right place when you see a Melton. Flatbed gang. Teamwork makes the dream work. Y'all ever heard that phrase? Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. He told me to get in the center, so I don't know how. I guess this is about center. That's giving that other Melton truck room to get out too. I mean, if I gotta back up, I can back up, but he told me to get in the center. So I guess this will work. Let's get this thing up torqued. bit of coffee while you're getting unloaded. In about 28-degree weather. One more bundle and I'm out of here. I want y'all to take a minute to reflect. See that beautiful sun? See that? Well, that's not a sunset, it's a sunrise. That is beautiful. I want y'all to take a look, man, and just reflect on this trucking brotherhood. When I just pulled up, y'all seen the other Melton driver that was here. Trucking is a brotherhood. Boys in blue, all the Meltons. Yesterday, when I was at, not yesterday, day before yesterday, when I was getting unloaded, dropping that lumber off, I was talking to this other trucker that was in front of me, Hunt Brothers, and I was still taking my straps off. And I seen the guys, you couldn't take the tarp off until you got to the area where you had to go up under a roof. So I was, you know, watching those guys. I kept seeing two people folding tarps. So when the guy came over to me, and he was like asking me questions and all this and that about how long I've been driving, where I was from. You know, I told him I was from Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm not from there, but that's where I live. And so then he's from Jacksonville. He was a Marine. So we got to chatting and whatever, and I was talking to him. And I was like, hey man, who's the guy? I said, do they got somebody that works here that helps fold tarps? Cause I keep seeing two people folding tarps. And he was like, nah, that's another trucker. He was like, trucker. Oh, that wind is He was like the trucker that's in front of you. Let me get this paperwork. Yeah, man. Like I was just saying, before I had to put my paperwork, put the phone down, get my paperwork. Yeah, man, trucking, man, it's a brotherhood, man. Flatbed gang. Just finished getting unloaded, man. Just put my empty call in. Talking to the guy, I was like, man, it's windy out here, man. It's windy as hell. He was like, yeah, man, tell me about it. Yeah, I was trying to fold my tarp up. That motherfucker blew over. It blew over twice while I was trying to fold it. I was like, God damn. I ended up getting a piece of wood off the ground that I happened to see out here, and I put it down on one corner, you know, keep the wind from blowing it so I could fold the other side. Yeah, that wind was kicking my ass. Wind kicked my ass when I picked this load up. It kicked my ass when I just delivered it. And I was talking to the guy, I was like, yeah, man, I was coming up through Pittsburgh yesterday. I said, yeah, I caught hell, man. Snowing like hell. He was like, I hope they keep it over there where it's at. I was like, yeah, well, I'm ready to find out where my next load gonna go, man, because I've been up north since I came home from Christmas. It's been kicking my ass. I'm ready to get down to Miami. Send me back to North Carolina. My other buddy, Jim, that I was in orientation with, he I talked to him and he said he's been running in Texas and you know, like Midwest, so he ain't really been up north yet. Then another thing that I thought about when I was in orientation, there's another guy that was there. He came from CFI, I can't remember his name, but if you ever run across my videos, I never forget what you said, man. This guy told me, he said, man, don't get caught up with talking to everybody at the truck stops. He was like, man, you get caught up talking to people, they'll try to talk to you about an hour or two. They're never gonna leave you alone. And he's right, man. Every time I go to a truck stop, I run across a trucker. That wants to talk. I mean, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, you know truckers, man, most truckers, they lonely. Out driving the truck all day, got nobody to talk to. So yeah, when they run across somebody, yeah, they do feel like talking. But like I was saying earlier in the video, some truckers, just like the guy that I was just talking about, he worked for Hunt Flatbeds. That's the guy that helped me fold the tarp. And he told me the way they do it there, the driver that's cause they pull two trucks up. And while one driver was getting unloaded, the other driver was taking his tarp off. So he told me the driver that's getting unloaded helps the driver behind him. That makes sense. You gotta pay it forward, man. So like when I moved up, just so happened to be, I was the last truck. They closed the gate when I moved up, so I didn't have to help anybody. I mean, I would have, but you know, I've been in some situations as a new flatbedder. When I picked up the load of cat tractors I picked up down in Clayton, North Carolina. There was an older driver there that worked for another company. Matter of fact, he worked for Wiley. Older black man worked for Wiley. And I was putting my chains on, and he came up to me and he was like, hey man, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to tell you what to do. But he was like, when you crisscross those chains, you gotta have some edge, you gotta have some protection in there so the chains don't rub. And I know that, but I forgot about it. I do make mistakes. And I remember, and I was like, you know what, man? I don't even have any of those things. He was like, no problem. Dude gave me a stack of them. Big stack, like that, probably had about 20 of them. So yeah, man, there's a lot of good flatbedders out there. Another thing I want to say on this video, Melton trucks run 65, that's as fast as they go. Unless you're going downhill, you might get it up about 80, but you don't want to do that because you might lose control. I want to send some condolences out to those families down in Florida. Well, they're not from Florida, but you know the accident happened in Florida. Send out condolences to them for the accident with the trucker that ended up hitting them. The 2 truckers died and the children died. Send my condolences out to y'all. That was a very unfortunate accident. And from what I see out here, you know, what's this? That's Melton talking about my macro or whatever. I thought it was a load, but it ain't. Smartwatch, man. Gotta get you one. Y'all see? Let me see if I can pull it back up. Where is it? Every time I flip my wrist, it cut back off. You can't see it, but it's a TransFlo. It's TransFlo. So yeah, man. Hey, I didn't see the accidents, but I passed by them. I seen one on I-90 and one when I was on I-80 with the reefers catching on fire. Yesterday, when I was coming into Pennsylvania got some emergency parking on the side of the highway. They got a lot of them for emergency parking, 2 hour max emergency parking. Yesterday, flatbed came up beside me hauling ass. He had to be running about 80 because he blew right by me. I was running 65. The guy had some big cement cylinders on the back of the flatbed. Not sure what they were. Some big, he had 2 of them. They were so big, so it was only one in the front, one in the back, and they covered the whole trailer. But he had some yellow straps on him. So this guy come flying up beside me. I'm like, what in the world? I ain't paying no mind. A lot of truckers fly by me. But next thing I know, I seen the guy, it's 3 lanes of traffic. I seen the guy, truck's supposed to be in the 2 on the right, and no trucks in the left lane. I was in the middle. I got in the middle because so many cars coming off the exit. So he was in the lane that the trucks weren't even supposed to be in. So yeah, he come flying by me. So this guy, next thing I know, he swerved like that, hit the emergency ramp. And I didn't know why he was doing it. I was like, maybe he's running out of hours. You know, first place he seen to take a break. So I was like, man. So I kept right on going. As I passed by, I looked over there and I seen what happened. 2 of his straps was flapping in the wind like that. 2 of the straps were flapping. So obviously they broke while he was hauling ass. And luckily he seen it, cause you know, maybe what if he hadn't checked his mirror, he wouldn't have seen those straps that was flapping like a tail on a dog. Oh man, so he pulled over. I guess he got that straightened out. Guess what? I always get deja vu driving. You know why I get deja vu? Cause you keep seeing the same trucks over and over. The same trucks that blow by you. Hey, I know I'm not the only trucker that's noticed this. Anybody else, leave it down in the comments. Has anybody else noticed that you see the same trucks over and over? You'll see a truck pass you, he'll have 2 tractors on the back, or he'll have some suicide cars or something, like something noticeable that you would know, that you'll see. Like you'll see it, you won't pay it no mind. But then when you get like, say you get an hour down the road, you see the same truck. You be like, damn, that's the same truck passed me earlier. Or you'll see a truck blow by you or whatever. You get to the truck stop, you at the fuel island, you see the same truck right beside you. Yeah, man. It don't really make a difference about how fast you can drive. All it's about is getting the load there safely. That's all it's about. Hey, shout out my boy Guilty18. I watched the video last night, man. I believe it was the video about what was that video about? Oh, if you get on that horse. I watched that video last night. Good ass video, man. Shout out my boy Guilty. Cause you know what? Before I came to Melton, and I used to be sitting at home watching videos on YouTube like how a lot of y'all do. I watched Guilty's videos. I was like, man, that's one of the reasons I came to Melton. So shout my boy Guilty out. That was a real good video, man. You know, that's what led me to start thinking about, you know, the flatbed gang, you know, brotherhood, man. Yeah, you're gonna have them bad days. So yeah, man, I appreciate that. So, I'm just waiting on this empty call. I'm gonna sit here and chill. I guess they're not gonna say nothing about me sitting here, so this is what it's gonna be. Catch y'all next time, man. Hope y'all enjoy watching. Everybody else, you know, drop a like, subscribe, comment. Check me out, man. Until next time. Flatbed gang, brotherhood.